I believe in you. I love you. You got this. You're awesome. It's already encoded in your subconscious.
You said you did this and you felt something shifted. And that, to me, the feeling something shifted, that is very different, I think, than a lot of these things that we're taught and told, oh, you can try this because you stay here in your head.
And above my head, right between the surgical lights, a small sphere of light appeared about the size of a golf ball. And it was incredibly brilliant.
And the quality of our thinking is impacted by our quality of how we process our emotions.
They make decisions, then they figure out how after, because the how already exists. The doctor said to me, young man, you are luckier than you know, because most people who suffer this kind of a break in the neck die.
I have this motto, what is meant for me will come to me. I will attract what is meant for me in my life. And if not, it's not going to come to me and it wasn't meant to be.
Is that we are made for times just like this. Our bodies are literally wired, not just to survive, but to thrive, to transcend what has come to our doorstep.
Yeah.
Cultivating a relationship with our inner world is everything.
When you're multi-passionate, you have got to give yourself a little space and grace to experiment, to engage, to explore things without an attachment to a specific outcome.
As soon as there's shame, there's disconnection. And when there's disconnection, there's powerlessness. And when a woman isn't owning her power, what that means is someone else is.
I'm all about being in service to the divine. Like my life is an offering to God and the goddess and the universe for sure. But I'm not about being of service to everybody in my life.
Is that the love of spirit is so much grander than anything that you could possibly fear, that you can rest in the arms of God.
Can you share a little bit for those that haven't yet read it? Like, what are some of the biggest highlights, high points that you learned that you share in this book that we can learn about how to be successful?
You are hiding behind this word as a coward because you're scared of what the world's going to do, of possible rejection, of possible failure.
They don't need to be, a best-selling author or internet superstar or 6 or 7-figure entrepreneur to get publicity.
Flourishing was the kind of like high end of the spectrum of all of the things, all of the places where we could be emotionally as a person living through a pandemic.
If every day you focus on developing your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual capacities, and intellectual capacities, you become a better version of yourself every single day. Then as you grow and improve, your life, your income grows and improves.
There is a system of how all transformation occurs. And when you begin to apply it in your life, many people are shocked and amazed at how easy it is to transform results.
I don't actually see the person. I see all their energy fields, and I see where the disconnects are. I see where the dis-ease is. I see where the dysfunction is. I see where the depression is, wherever it is, the pain, the suffering is.
Yeah.
I see it like a holographic image.
That evolution has start and stops, jumping points, meaning it builds up and then something happens. It goes down and then builds up again.
That is the power. You have access to all the capacity to do what needs to be done. I mean, it's very Joan of Arc, right? It's like, I am not afraid. I was born for this.
But it taught me so much about how to listen more deeply to myself and others. So that's really powerful. And each of us needs to find a pathway to self-compassion.
I mean, it's true. The being at war with yourself, and then we also have just not being able to connect with others. And I sometimes feel bad that I'm feeling this way. I have sometimes a house full of people, kids, you know, and noise. And it's really, I'm a sensitive human being, and it's really overwhelming. And I, you know, and I think just that being okay, like saying it's tough and just not turning against myself, that's been a practice in itself, honestly.
When you come from a place of trusting in, you know, universe, God, however you want to call that force of love that connects us, and understanding that our time here is all about love and, you know, being loved, giving love, it shifts your focus and it changes how you feel about everything.